I can't stop seeing the little. Have you got the KFC logo where it's like Colonel Sanders and he has like the little. What is it? What kind of? It's not a bow tie. It's like a kind of like a bowler.
Lanyard tie.
Yes, thank you. I keep seeing it. I can't remember who I saw it from first or who said it, but it looks like a little like stick figure body. And I can't unsee it. Like every time I see the KFC logo.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's like someone was doing an art project and they got really lazy after they finished their head.
Absolutely. Anyways, what's up, everybody? It's your favorite, your boy Jeremy. And of course, I am joined by my co-host, Thomas.
That's me. What up?
And don't call him Wolverine, because he Logan.
You're gonna have to cut that.
I 100% gonna have to cut that. 100%. But welcome to episode 5, guys. And Melon might join eventually one day, but we can't wait for him forever. What have you guys been into?
Nothing. Dying. More and more every day.
Work.
How are you enjoying your new career?
I'm actually enjoying it a lot.
Any like high speed chases?
Yeah, I have been in a high-speed space, and I have had to hold 2 different people at gunpoint. And I have tased somebody.
That's pretty exciting. I'm not gonna
Put
lie.
them to work.
Yeah.
It's been a while, so I don't remember how. Well, you're not technically in Florida. Is it like the Georgia State Police where they'll fuck your shit up?
Yeah, them and Arkansas.
Oh yeah, dude.
And you won't get away.
Nah. They'll do anything to catch you.
Brother, they they're a little harder to find than they used to be, but there's videos of like Georgia State Police like pitting out motorcycles.
Yeah. I saw
Like they do not care. Do not run. You will only hurt yourself.
One the other day where they're like just blazing through a parking lot hitting shit. But they took that guy down, bro.
Are you talking about the one where he hits the white Cherokee and just like shoves it through a power pole? Yeah, that's Georgia. They do not care. Do not run.
It's fucking insane, dude.
Utilizing every cent of our taxpayer money.
And see, the thing is that it's like they can legitimately afford to do that stuff because each one of their posts has its own like mechanic shop on it, and they have like a backstock of vehicles. So, you just wreck out your vehicle, taking down the bad guy, and you literally just go home, and then when you go to work the next day, you just grab a new one.
Oh yeah, America.
Meanwhile, my little apartment, like the AC went out on my truck a couple of days ago. That's not getting fixed for like at least a week. One guy's light bar isn't working properly, so he hopped in another vehicle, another unit, just to use as a backup, and he drove that thing for like an hour, and one of the radiator hoses busted.
Damn, y'all struggling.
Well, we're not. I mean, yes, we are struggling. Part of it is the fact that our mechanic went on vacation this week, and then another part of it is that we're a significantly smaller department, and getting us to spend money is a very difficult matter.
Yeah, it's always like when you go on vacation, then shit fucks up.
Yeah.
I was out a few days at work, and the person that was covering for me, Tekken, had all kinds of computer issues. It's like, I could fix that if I was there, but I am at doctor's appointment, so. I got my fucking tooth pulled. I know we were talking about dental stuff last time, and the nightmares that I've had going to the dentist.
Yeah.
But this time, I went in, and she was like, anything you need to tell me before I get started or whatnot, because my tooth broke twice before my appointment, so they couldn't save it, so they had to do a tooth extraction, and I assume give me a fake tooth later on, because I just went yesterday.
Oh, actually, I did have an eye appointment that I want to talk to you about, so hang on.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. But I just told her ahead of time, I was like, hey, my shit's fucked up, they can never usually numb me enough, and she's like, it's alright, we'll take care of you, and I was like, alright, I don't know. But she, stuck my gum with the, like, the
I just had to get get the paperwork. So it's like I understand like the basic eye
Mhm.
stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to get you fitted for glasses or nothing, but I can do like a really macro like vision acuity test. You know, when you get
Mhm.
blown up and stuff.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's go through some of this stuff because this was all for a flight physical. So what is it when it's both eyes? Like OD is left, OS is right. What's it called when it's both? Is that OP?
OU.
OU. So OU sphere is -3, and then cylinder was SPH, and I don't know what that is.
Spherical. So like instead of writing like 0, like if somebody doesn't have a stigmatism or sill or torque, the torque part of the lens, they'll just write SPH to let you know it's just spherical only.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see. Pre-op refraction not available. Yeah. Refraction post-op was cycloplegic. OD sphere PL.
So the cyclo, that's that dilation drop they give you.
Yeah.
But the PL just means plano, as in no prescription.
Okay. And then OS sphere was positive 0.5.
+5. Okay, so you're a little hyperoptic now, so um, you might need a little help, like, up close a little bit. But really, especially, when you're coming from being, like, a high minus, you don't really notice or care about being a little plus. So
Yeah.
you see
And then
amazing compared to what you were.
oh yeah, it's awesome.
Mhm,
So on I didn't do too hot because I went to this appointment after working a 12-hour shift
mhm.
where I ended up getting woken up early like yeah, it was still technically morning when they woke me up. So, got up at like 11,
Mhm.
stayed up, went to work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., and then drove over an hour to go to this appointment. So, long day. So, like, eye fatigue and stuff is going to mess with it a little bit. And
Oh, yeah.
they made an annotation on this about it. But um, regularly, like on all my follow ups post op, I've been at 15
Oh,
instead
hell
of
yeah.
20. Yeah, so
2015?
it's, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
super excellent.
And then on that same eye, OS, cylinder plus 0.25 and then axis 13.
Okay, yeah. That's a little bit of still nothing really to really it's not enough to really matter. So, yeah, your eyes are doing really good.
Yeah. I had a range that I had to be in and I easily meet all that. Let's see. Intraocular tensions at 13 for both.
That's good. You want it below 21 preferably for your IOPs.
Yeah. Slit lamp exam at a 0. Is that where they shine the fucking vertical light through my eye?
Yes.
Okay. And that's just looking for like haze and cloudiness and stuff.
Yeah. Uh for that, yeah, for like post-op, so like for LASIK and PRK and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Making sure the lens is clear.
Yeah, corneal topography was good.
Yeah, making sure it's not too thin after the surgery.
Did you have to
Look,
have like a battery of tests done for work or something?
for my upcoming flight stuff.
Gotcha.
Welcome,
Uh,
Melon.
yeah, they didn't do contrast sensitivity because I don't have any problems seeing things at night. Let's see.
My vision has gotten so much more cloudy over the years. Crazy.
Here we go. Dilated fundus exam with scleral depression. Is that where they stick the
Let's
little blue
see.
lights super fucking close to my eyeball?
No, that's how they check. That's one of the ways to check pressure.
Oh, when they check your
So,
pressure, I hate when they blow the thing on you. That thing
Yeah, they
sucks.
don't. A lot of places don't do that anymore.
so the scleral depression, they're checking for like tears, holes, and things of that nature, like in your retina.
Oh, okay.
Especially if you had like a higher prescription, because you're on the higher myope side. They want to make sure everything's good with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then depth perception, they marked it as 20 seconds of arc.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think they just kind of wrote that in because they, like, I did the actual depth perception test, but
Mhm.
it was after they dilated my eyes. So now I have like really severe eye fatigue and they're dilated. So, wearing the glasses and having the board in like just the right place was kind of a difficult matter.
Yeah, yeah, it's real finicky. That and like it's not gonna be like super super sharp like you said, like when your eyes are fatigued. And see, we use like a simple test as far as like depth perception goes at my clinic. Ours aren't like super in depth. Um, but it's basically just checking to make sure you can tell the difference in depth. Like ours has like a little fly. You got to make sure you can see where it pops out. And then the main one we use it's like little diamonds and like 4 circles, and you just gotta tell us which
Yeah,
circle
that's what
pops
this
out.
one was, the fly test.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's
yeah,
a big
same
ass
thing.
fly, and I had to basically try and pinch the wings.
Yep.
Um, and then, like you said, it's the diamond with the 4 circles in it, and you gotta
Yeah.
tell them which one is sticking out, and then it's got the shapes at the bottom, and one of them will be sticking out.
Yep. So it's always simple testing. So most of the time everybody does okay with it. And then if somebody doesn't do good on it, it's usually like 9 times out of 10, it's just for like simple reasons like that.
What's that test they do for glaucoma where they take you into the dark room and they look at like the back of your eye?
A dilation exam.
Dilation exam?
Yeah, so they
The glaucoma test, you're probably talking they mainly do the visual field because because glaucoma essentially it'll constrict your peripheral vision. You'll start to lose part of your periphery. So then they make you do a visual field where you have like a little clicker and then you're staring at a dot in the center. And like little lights will pop up in your periphery and you click it each time. Um, you think you see a light. Honestly, it gets to the point where you're like, I don't know, and you're just clicking it. But that's the main test for glaucoma patients. There's scans you can do like a OCT, which scans like your optic nerve, and then there's like retinal imaging, where it takes pictures of like your optic nerve and your retina and macula and all that to check everything.
Yeah.
But the basic test you do is checking pressures. You just want to make sure your pressures are good, and then checking what your optic nerve looks like.
I can't remember what test they did for me, but like 2 years ago, I was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, give or take, was it like the last time I got my eyes done? And when I was in the room looking at like my results, when they were showing me like the images, they were showing me the pictures of the back of my eye, and most of it was like this like red orange color, but there was this one like tiny little spot that was like bright orange, and they said they were worried about that and to keep an eye on that. And it was
Yeah,
like
keep an eye on that.
literally, yeah.
that's the retinal imaging, and they are probably talking about your optic nerve because that's really what they want to keep an eye on as far as like glaucoma. If they were speaking about any risk of that.
That's where all the serious stuff is happening, is in the nerve itself.
Yeah, so your nerve mainly helps with like your peripheral vision. And then they might be also looking at your macula. It's going to be a darker spot towards the center of your photos. Um, and that controls your central vision. Um, but most of those conditions, like glaucoma or macular degeneration, happen to people when they're older, although it can happen when you're younger, depending on family history and things of that nature.
Yeah, I'm
Hell
not
yeah,
worried about
eyeballs.
it. I'm not worried about it anytime soon, but it was interesting that they were like, "Oh, you might want to like keep up on this." It was just interesting. There's a lot of stuff
Yeah,
in the eye health world that's, I don't want to say eye opening and sound like trying to make a pun out of it, but it is fascinating to like dive into it.
yeah, you can see some really neat stuff in eyes. Here, I'll post a picture. So that part right there to the right, where all the veins are coming out. That's that optic nerve. And then that little dark spot in the very center of the picture, it's the macula.
Yeah, this is the X-rays they were showing me. It was like
Yeah,
the back
these
of
are
my
your
eye.
typical retinal photos.
When they take those pictures, the flash is so bright.
It is. And similar to what Logan said, they also can dilate you, and the doctor can see this with their lenses. But most of the time nowadays, doctors prefer retinal imaging like these. That way they can track it like year by year to make sure nothing's going on or any change over time.
See any like unexpected growth and how it
Yeah.
reacts to like, yeah, gotcha.
It was a good appointment for
Um,
me though. Get all this stuff on paper.
How in depth was your exam? Like how long were you down there for? Like an hour?
Oh Jesus, I was there for like an hour and a half. And I was able to go back almost as soon as I got there. Like I got there probably 20 minutes early. I gave them like my insurance stuff and then filled out a single sheet of paper. And I think it was like 3 or 4 minutes later they called me back.
yeah, that's pretty good. Especially if it was like ophthalmology.
Yeah.
Did your doctor have any notes for you or anything like specific that she was like, hey, you should look out for this or we're worried about this or anything? Or
No,
was
he
it
said I have some of the healthiest post-op eyes he's seen in a very long time.
that's reassuring.
Yeah, that's what I said. He said, looking at the condition of your eyes, especially the surface, I wouldn't be even able to tell that you had the PRK without the corneal topography.
Heard. That's really good. This has
It's
been the eye segment of the podcast. But yeah,
We
anyway,
get it. You're blind. Jesus Christ.
but my dental appointment went well. I didn't feel a thing, which was great. I'm just toothless now, and I can't suck through a straw until it heals.
very cool.
Yeah.
You get like a milkshake or an ice cream like right after.
No, I did get some Chick-fil-A fries though, which I probably shouldn't have.
No,
Yeah.
those are always acceptable.
Yeah,
I did get it no salt though.
That's fine.
There's no
You don't
time
really
where
need salt.
there's
They're
no time where
fried.
Chick-fil-A isn't acceptable.
That is true.
If they
Except
cook
on
them right, you
Sundays.
don't need
on
salt.
Sunday. Thank you.
The day of the Lord.
yeah.
You guys, before I forget, I was
Great
watching.
song.
I've been big into what?
I said great song. Sorry, go ahead.
Thomas beat me
I, cou-
to it.
I couldn't help it.
Oh, what song?
Before I
went over
forget.
my head. Oh, Slipknot. Yes, good song.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say though, I've been in a big Workaholics kick, and the wife finally like agreed to watch Workaholics, so we've been going through all of those.
Hell yeah.
And I know on one of the other episodes of the podcast we were talking about like stuff I think we are more on words that we mispronounced or misinterpreted.
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
recurring theme.
Yeah. Probably
I don't know about
both
you,
of
but
us.
I've been on a workaholics kick since 2011. Okay.
Hell yeah, dude. But I realized I was watching one episode and it was like about Thursday, and they were like heisting the museum and stuff, and the little, I guess the person in charge of the museum at that point, I guess the main director or whatever was out, so it's the assistant director, and he tells them, for all intents and purposes, that he is in charge. And I
At the
was like,
dude's
oh
in.
my god, yes. But I was like, I did not know. In my head, I never knew it was all intents and purposes. I thought it was for all intensive purpose.
No.
And I was like, damn, bro. I've been saying that shit wrong for like at least 20 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's just crazy. I don't know if you guys have anything you've not realized until I feel like subtitles have completely changed how I watch TV because I catch so much more stuff and I'm like, I did not catch that like the first 18,000 times I've watched the show.
I didn't know it was pronounced like that. I always thought it was intensive purposes. I wonder if other
Same, dude.
people say it wrong too.
Yeah, it said all intents and
Yeah.
purposes.
Intentions
Like,
and
fuck,
purposes.
dude. I was like, I just thought, if things are getting intense,
I've been saying that wrong for years. That's wild.
Yeah, I was like, that's fucking crazy, dude.
Beck and Call is one of the ones that I've said wrong before. I learned it a
Yeah,
few
your
years
beck
ago,
and
but
call.
Is
yeah.
it Beck
Or are you
and
saying, like,
call, or is it
Yeah,
Beck,
Beck
and call?
and call, 3
It's
words.
Beck and Call. BECKON, one word, space call.
Oh, never
Beck
mind.
and Call.
Oh, I did not know that. So
Mm.
like,
No, I've been saying that
if
wrong.
you beckon some, what's the what's the definition of beckon?
To summon.
To summon. Okay, so at your summon or call. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought
Yeah.
it was beck and call,
No,
but yeah, beckon. Yeah,
I thought it was for a long time.
make a gesture with your hand, arm, or head to encourage someone to come near or follow. Attract the attention or summon someone by making
Oh
a
yeah,
gesture.
like when you beckon somebody.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Beckon somebody over. Beckon call. Yeah, I've been doing that one wrong too.
If beckon is an
It's
action
fine.
and beckoning is like another like transition form of that, what type of word is it? Is it an adjective or a noun? What's an
I don't
activity?
know. I haven't been in
Action.
high school in fucking 11
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, don't
12
You
years.
can ask me about a lot of stuff. Do not ask me about English. Grammar. No.
Do not
that's
ask me
fucking
about the
gross.
language I use on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I got a D in English graduating from high school, and I got a D in English in college. Like,
It's okay.
if
We're
I
American.
don't get it by now, I'm not gonna get it.
We're American. It's our right to be ignorant about our own language.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got a D too.
I got
What's
a
that
D, and they wouldn't let me take a foreign language because you had to have at least a B.
Bro, maybe I had a higher grade, but I was talking to somebody about this the other day because, like, I thought you had to pass a foreign language to be able to graduate,
Now
but
you do.
Yeah, that's the
okay.
standard now. Like
That's-
when
That
so
changed after we got out.
when I was in high school,
Mhm.
I had to take a foreign language my freshman year. That was like part of the curriculum. Like you had to take a foreign language.
Yeah, I thought we were like required to because I was like, I don't know how I graduated because I was in Spanish, but I fucking failed Spanish, and they
Well,
finally like,
also,
okay,
we only
you
had
can
a
go to the
required
next language.
GPA of 2.
Yeah, now it's like I think it's still 2, but like you want
No,
to have a 3.0.
it's like 3, isn't it? Or it's
No,
I don't
2.5?
know.
my high school was 2. D
I
is
thought
for
it went up.
diploma. That was
Now,
the
the big
saying.
thing when we were in school is that you needed 2 foreign language credits to be able to apply for Bright Futures.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be what it is because I didn't give a fuck about
We
applying to
also had to
anything.
pass economics. That was one of the ones we did have to finish.
Yeah,
Okay.
you had to pass at least algebra. You had to do
Finally passed
economics,
it
American
senior year,
government.
baby.
Yeah,
Jesus.
there were a
Dude,
handful of like really weird standout ones.
I had to pass algebra too. You guys only had to do algebra. What
Hell
were
yeah,
you guys
dude.
doing for the next 3 years? Because we did algebra as a freshman.
Bro, I did algebra as a. You know what? I passed it junior year. That's what it was. I did algebra freshman year, sophomore year, junior year.
You did it 3 years
Finally
in a
passed
row.
it. Yeah, finally passed it junior
Did you have
year.
3
Yeah,
different
so
teachers the
Then I
entire
took
time?
liberal art. Yeah, I think I had 3 different teachers each time.
did
Like
you
one
do
each.
like the intro to algebra and then algebra 1A, 1B?
Yeah. Well, no. I did algebra 1A, 1B. I failed 1A, so they put me in it again, and I passed it. And then they put me in 1B. I failed it, and then they put me in 1B again. I want to say it was. I don't know. I know I took algebra 1 like 3 years in a row. and they were finally like, bro, like if you don't pass this shit this time, you can't pass. And then I did, and then I think senior year I had to take liberal arts and like some other math class to be able to get enough math credits to pass. But math was my favorite subject until they added letters, and then I just got real dumb with math.
I didn't like when they added graphs, and then I had to plot points, and that was okay. And then I had to like calculate the curves of points and like where they were going, and it became a lot harder. That was like algebra 2, though.
Yeah,
then-
you know what? I had to
See-
do summer school for one of the maths, I think.
You know, I'm fine with graphing and everything, as long as it's like a straight line or a basic quadratic. But once you start to get to some like the trigonomic stuff and
Yeah,
there's more than a one curve and
Yeah,
that, I'm like,
that's when
Mm.
I stopped listening. Or what is it? Unreal numbers, or what's the other thing?
oh,
It's not imaginary numbers. Is that what it is?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
if
when
I
you.
pass this, you're gonna let me like work on rocket boosters or something?
Yeah.
Because
Do I
where am
do
I
I
gonna
get
fucking do this?
do I get to make black holes and work on the Hadron Collider for a living?
Why
Is
is
that what
this
happens now?
required?
Bro, facts. I used a little bit of math when I was in the pharmacy, but like it was like basic ass math.
It was like basically like geometry at that point,
Yeah,
trying
the
to figure out
hardest
like volumes and percentages and stuff.
Yeah, that was the hardest shit we had to do was like learning how to like do the math for like diluting medications. But I'm
Yeah.
like, even that wasn't like that hard, really.
I got really good at that because whenever I had questions about that on my homework, my parents, being like nurses and paramedics, worked with medications on a daily. Were like, "Oh, we know how to do this." It's like the
Oh,
only
hell
math
yeah.
they were good at helping me with. Everything else was a struggle.
Yeah, I did not do well.
Did you
I
ever
just
like?
didn't care in school.
Did you ever
I was
like
like,
show
"This
your
ain't
homework to
fun."
your parents and were like, "Help me with this," and they were just like, I don't fucking know." Like, good luck.
Uh, yeah, for my mom, yeah. She was like, I don't know. It was different from when I was in school. I said,
I
cool.
I would be like, "Look at the shit they're making me do," and they'd be like, "Yeah, that's tough," and then just like walk away.
I don't ever remember asking anybody for help with schoolwork, to be honest.
Thomas, this is a safe space. You can always ask for help.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
We're here for you and your well-being.
I mean,
I'll be can't really feel bad, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you want me to drive you up to Canada to get it taken care of, we can do that too, dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to cut all of this.
Oh,
No, Thomas was fun as shit though in high school. Like especially senior year, you just fucking stopped
I
caring,
didn't care at
bro.
all.
Thomas,
you
what
told the
year
dean
was
to
it
piss up a
when you
rope?
were in Bondurant's class and you just raised your hand and just yelled?
I don't know. This probably. I mean, I didn't. When we have her, Jeremy senior year.
Yeah, it was senior year.
It must have been
Okay.
senior year then.
I
That
just
was
remember
our
hearing
we
the
don't
story and it
care
was
class.
awesome.
Did you just know you were going to the Navy and just stopped caring at that point? Is that kind of what?
Thomas
Is
didn't
that
join the
kind of
Navy
what
until he
happened?
was like 20 years old.
Oh, okay.
I turned 20 in boot camp. Like my birthday was about a month of me being in the boot camp.
So like a
That's
year
my
out of
third
high
year.
school is when you enlisted.
Yeah, I went and lived with my dad for a year. And I joined. I was gonna join the Marines. I was already on track to join the Marines in senior year, and then I changed the Navy.
What made you wait like a whole year?
I had to wait to get my braces off.
Oh, they wouldn't let you in.
I
with them?
forgot you got braces.
Yeah, I literally had them every year of high school. I got them in freshman year and had them all the way through.
I got mine in like 7th grade, and then I had them all the way until like my junior year. It was like my junior. I think it was junior year that I got them off.
I just keep thinking about how you just went off of senior year. Like I
Yeah.
remember we were walking to the bus, and I guess that one lady heard us cussing.
We were just having a conversation to ourselves, and she decides to pipe her fucking loud ass off. Be like, "Excuse me, come back here." And I'm like, "Suck my fucking dick," and I just kept walking. I got on the bus.
You said that to an adult.
He
Yes.
did, dude. To like
No
lady.
way.
It was so cringe, dude. It was just like we're having a conversation to ourselves. Why are you like trying to butt in and like tell me to come back? I'm going home.
Yeah,
It's been a long day.
I think it was
It's
me,
after
Justin,
it's
and
after
Tom.
school too. That's the crazy part. It's not like during.
Yeah.
It's literally after.
Like,
at the
you
end of the
chose
day.
to stand out here and listen to this conversation. You could have went back into your fucking classroom. Oh my god, I was so mad.
It was, dude. She
Dude,
just,
you were
she,
so
like,
mad.
turned
Imagine how
around.
she felt.
She
I
turned
mean,
around and tried to follow you,
it's just,
and she's like, "Excuse me, here," and you said, "Suck my fucking dick," and then you just walked to the
I just
bus.
kept walking.
Oh my
Like, what are you
god.
And
gonna
me and
do?
Justin were dying laughing. Oh my
Mel's not gonna get
god,
this, but boys never forget blue houses suck.
Yeah,
bro!
dude.
Blue houses fucking suck.
I don't get that. What's the context there?
So it became a joke
Well,
because
No. It's ours. It's ours.
okay.
Sorry. Okay. That's fair. I won't intrude on that.
You
maybe
won't appreciate it like we do.
maybe one day
point.
we'll have Justin on and he can tell you.
Okay. Mr. Aerospace Cockatoos. Fucking love that man.
We have the right to keep things to ourselves.
Have you talked to him much since the wedding? I don't hear much from him.
He's been in here like almost
Yeah,
every
he's
day.
been in quite frequently now. We need to play zombies. We need to
Yes.
get some zombies going.
See, if I could just buy zombies separately for like 30 or
20
40
bucks.
bucks. Yeah, 20 bucks. I definitely fucking would. But I'm
You
not
don't
spending $70 just to play zombies.
you don't have Game Pass?
Oh, I fucking do.
It's free on Game
Yeah, it's on
Pass.
Game Pass.
Actually, thinking about it, what I really need to do is crack open this damn computer of mine and fix the BIOS because it's definitely not reading one of my hard drives, or excuse
Ugh.
me, SSDs.
Do you have anything important on there that you've lost access to?
No, it
Storage.
it recognizes that it's there, like I can pull it up, but I can't put anything on it.
Yeah, you have to go in your BIOS and have it see it,
Yeah.
basically.
Well, so that's the thing is that it sees that it's there in the BIOS. So it's something with how I can either configure the BIOS or I blocked that slot on the bus that it's on.
Do you
Possible.
do you just need to like format it?
No, it should have. It's formatted.
Oh, okay. It just won't let you save to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely want to do that because Call of Duty's, I think, a good bit of
It's like
storage.
150 gigs, I think.
I'm gonna vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
zombies is fun though.
There's a way I saw that you can only download like a lot of the DLC gets installed. That's why the game's so bloated, is because every piece of DLC you have to download even if you don't own. So there's ways to filter it so you're only downloading the core game and it is like half the file size.
If you do
Look-
it through Game Pass, when you click download, it gives you the option just to download that specific title.
Yeah, just the
But
base
all of them
game.
are checked from the base, like all the games are checked. But you can uncheck those and just download the base game
It
and the
makes it
multiplayer if you want.
so much like simpler of a process.
Yeah, I think Steam it doesn't do that. I don't even know if it is on Steam, to be honest. Maybe it's
sure
BattleNet that
I
makes you
think it
do
is.
the whole thing.
When Warzone came out, like in like 2020, when that was like the new thing, my internet was so bad that it took me like 3 days to download Warzone because it was like over 150 gigabytes, and my internet just couldn't do it. I remember like going to work, coming home, and it only being like like a quarter of the way, and like wanting to just like rip my hair out. It was so bad.
Yeah, it's still pretty big. I'm
I
not
mean, it's
gonna
almost
lie.
better now.
I actually really like Warzone. It's actually not bad.
Or coming home and thinking I can just hop on Warzone and there being like a 70 gigabyte update and just like wanting to like scream internally.
Yeah, see, that was my thing. Is that it was like after the first major update, Warzone could not be played on like the original PlayStation 4s because it was too big.
Uh,
It literally could not fit.
you needed one of the pro hard drives. So like, did the Slims have better storage too? Were they improved in any other way, or were they just literally smaller?
I don't know. I stopped following it all.
Never even had a PS4. I had the PS2 Slim, like the redesign model that they had. That was like my
Yeah,
first ever
those were
gaming
fire.
console. I got like Lego Star Wars and Star Wars Battlefront and like the Lightning McQueen like tie-in game because Cars was big in 2005. That was like my first ever console. Did you guys have an OG PlayStation back in the day? Like the
Yeah.
PlayStation 1?
Yeah.
I wish I had
And
nostalgia for that console because I hear so many people talk about like how good like games were like back in the day, like OG PS1 titles and stuff. Like what is it like Crash Bandicoot and like all like the like
Yeah, like
nostalgic PS1
OG
titles?
Crash Bandicoot, Twisted Metal,
Yeah, Twisted Metal,
Pyro.
Spyro.
Spyro. Yeah,
There were so many like classic games from that era.
I gotta
Parappa the
say
Rappa.
though, personally, like PlayStation 2 had way like a lot
Yeah,
more iconic like core memories for me. Like
I think
fucking Underground and
Jack and
Jack
Daxter.
and Daxter, yes, and fucking solid games like that. Samurai Warriors. I used to fuck up some Samurai Warriors. In fact, and also brings me around to another topic.
Crash Nitro
Um,
Kart.
I don't know if you guys fucked with it because I guess I'm probably the person more into like card games and stuff. But there's it's also made by the same people who fucks with Magic. But Duel Masters was my shit. I don't know if you guys remember
was that
this.
a video game or was that a card game?
Both. They had video games and card game, but I was actually in town in Florida for a wedding, my cousin's wedding, and they have like a little retro store with a bunch of old consoles and games and stuff. And I actually picked out this here. It's a sealed copy of the Duel Masters game, and I fucking love this game.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it was kind of like Magic, but like a dumbed down version of Magic. Um, Set more for like kids.
Gotcha.
But it is a sealed copy and it comes with a free booster pack inside. So I was going to do a live crack right now on the
Oh shit.
podcast. And I'll just take photos of whatever I crack. So this is me opening it up.
Would you say that Yu-Gi-Oh is just Magic but for kids, or would you classify it as like its own different thing?
Nah, it's definitely
I
its own
remember
thing.
this.
All right, guys. Pulling the tab. Let me just
Dual
break this seal.
Masters.
Yeah. Oh. I shouldn't have done that.
Did you
Yeah,
breathe in the
did
fumes?
Yeah, I
Did
got a
someone
whiff of
suffer with
that
anthrax?
2004 air. Oh,
Oh,
this is fucking awesome, dude.
20-year-old air. Just breathe in.
Oh, that's kind of disappointing. I thought it was
I don't
going
know.
to
It's
be
probably cleaner than what we're breathing in now.
Yeah.
the base set, but I'll take a picture of the inside contents. I'm going to upload this to the channel as well. You should be if you're watching the YouTube version of the podcast, I'll be putting these up.
Can you not add video to Spotify? I thought that was like a feature now.
I don't know. I don't.
You can. It
Have to
just
try
you
it.
would have to download the YouTube video and then post it to Spotify.
Yeah, Joe Rogan does like videos on Spotify, which that was the one I found out that they did that. I thought it was so weird.
All right, guys, I cracked it open. All right, let's see
Back
what
in
we
the day
get.
when the games cases had the little holder
Yeah.
for the memory card.
Yeah.
So you could bring your game over to your friend's house and play.
Yeah.
All right, so the first card is Stained Glass. I'll post pictures of these later. We got a Rumbling Terrahorn. Don't remember that shit at all. Crystal Lancer. That was actually a pretty fire card. Gray Balloon. Aqua Shooter. Got one called Silver Axe. Giga Stand. Guy Guardian. And Engineer Kipo. And then... Oh, is that the rare? What's the rare card? Oh fuck! I'm an idiot. I skipped over the rare one. Okay, the rare pool was Rumbling Terrahorn. I probably should have looked up the order in which the rarity gets added, but yeah, it was a little bit of a whiff. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was hoping for like a Bull Shock Dragon or a Death Liger. Those cards are a lot cooler.
Do you have like a
But
whole
I'll post
deck
these.
of those Dual Master cards?
No, not at all. They discontinued this game in the US like forever ago, like probably like 10 years ago. It's still big. They kind of rebranded it and like updated the art and stuff in Japan, but the go-to ones here, I'll post the like ones that like I really wanted.
It's probably more of like a niche following here in the US versus like there's probably like diehard fans over there in like Japan. That like
Yeah, it really took off in Japan, but I guess like not that many people gave a shit about it over here. But this was like the main guy's card that everybody wanted. And this here, I'm also gonna post the like what is it, the antagonist main guy, his rival would play this Death Liger card. But they were all pretty sick cards.
it's funny talking about like Japan and what's popular over there and like PS1s and PS2s and stuff is that the
Mhm.
Xbox has historically sold horribly over there. Like there's just
Oh
not
yeah,
a market for Xbox over there. They only care about like PlayStation and Nintendo.
100%.
Like everybody has like PlayStations over there. Nobody messes around with Xboxes.
They
Like
have a lot
Microsoft.
of cool like exclusive RPGs too, and like games that just in general that only
Yeah.
get released over there.
I mean, like look at like FromSoft. Like
PlayStation 1 ended or existed in a time when Xbox didn't.
yeah.
So they already had a foothold by the time
Yeah.
Xbox came into the picture.
And then they're like,
Yeah.
why would we want this American console when we have this like Japanese like homegrown console that has
Yeah.
everything that has things catered towards Japanese, like the JRPGs and everything, like Final Fantasy and like how that was on PlayStation for years.
Mhm. Yeah, I've been getting into like I have a little PSP emulator type machine, and there's just a bunch of cool looking like Japanese RPGs that I want to try, but they're just not. They haven't been translated
Yeah,
yet.
not translated. That's like the biggest.
Yeah,
There's like these awesome games that you'll never get to play unless you learn how to read Japanese.
yeah. Luckily, I found like a community that's like working on transferring some of these, but um, some of the translations are a little rough.
Yeah,
But
there's
like, I
a
mean, you can get by with it, but
one of my favorite animes has like a tie-in PSP game. It's like a visual novel, and it's the same syndrome. It'll never get translated to English. There's like a fan community
Mhm.
like server that like does it, but it's so slow and only like half the routes have been finished, and it's just like a passion project they do on the side. So like it's not getting finished anytime soon. But it is. It's like man, they've got so much good content just locked behind the language barrier.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but you know.
I heard Sony might actually redo like another. They're re-envisioning the PSP. I don't know if they're actually going to do anything with it, but especially with how popular the Switch is and everything, they've talked about
I don't know why they would when they invested so much into that PlayStation Portal stuff.
the VR stuff.
No, Portal. It's
I
like
don't know
a
what Portal
tablet
is.
with like a controller sticks on either side of it. You can play PlayStation games.
That might be an
Yeah,
element of it.
they do have that. Which honestly, I
Pretty sure
just
it's
wish
called
they would.
Portal.
It's something similar. I don't remember exactly. But I loved like when I did get the PS4 and they had the PS Vita, dude. I love my Vita and it just streaming from my PlayStation 4 to my Vita was so amazing playing Destiny and stuff. What is it? PlayStation.
Yeah, it is PlayStation Portal. Look it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, it is the Portal. Yep.
Yeah, I just seen rumors of a PSP rebrand or relaunch or of some sort. It may have something to do with Portal. It may not. It may not even happen. But I heard rumblings about it. I'm mainly like a Switch Nintendo person myself, so I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to Sony. But it would be interesting to see another like portable competitor on the market to the Switch.
Speaking of old like stuff, I was cleaning and rearranging our room the other day, and I was looking through some of the wife's stuff, and I found this freaking banger just chilling. Let me see if I can post it in the Discord. Give me straight flashbacks. Where the fuck? I don't know how, but I always forget how to Discord. Jesus.
They changed the app like a few months ago, and it's dog shit now.
Yeah, I can't like access like half of my fucking pictures. And I'm like, I was just there. Here it is.
It's easier to go to the picture in your gallery and then share it to Discord.
But yeah, she had this banger, dude. So I fucking watched it. Should come through shortly.
Digimon. I've never seen that.
What? Bro, did you
didn't like-
movie?
I didn't really like Digimon when I was a kid.
Oh, I
But
posted
I thought it was just some fucking bum ass Pokemon spinoff bullshit. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Bro, no, Digimon. As far as the show goes, Digimon was far superior show wise and like story wise. It actually had like character development and everything. Bro, it was fire.
The Pokemon anime is kind of a joke.
Especially
Like-
the first 3 seasons of Digimon was amazing, dude.
They actually take things seriously in Digimon. I've only seen like bits and pieces of it, but like Pokemon's just like villain of the week, and they might have like a sad episode. Like I think the movies were kind of dramatic, but like it was literally just like, oh
Dude,
no,
the
Team
movies were
Rocket.
dramatic as fuck.
Yeah, the movies were like,
The
oh
movies
no,
were like
we gotta
I
we gotta
don't
pull the
know.
plug on Pikachu. He's on life support. It was like that kind
Bro.
of stuff.
But
Digimon actually had character development.
yeah, also the darkness you get in like the Pokemon movies at times, that's like the whole story for Digimon. Like it gets fucking dark at some points. Especially there's like season 3 I think it is with the Digimon Tamers, bro. There's one Impmon, he turns into like this gunslinging Digimon. I think it's like Beelzemon. And he fucking straight kills one of the main characters, Digimon, Leomon. Bro, I still haven't forgave him for that shit, but straight fucking ices him. And it just devastates the whole crew.
Yeah, you saw that as a kid too, huh?
Yeah, I was fucking traumatized, but let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find a clip. Yeah, here's here, I'll post a little photo. This is when he got killed and his tamer like crying. Fuck, I'm in the wrong chat. 1 second. But he just got fucking straight ice, bro. And he
Yeah,
just
that's-
evaporates.
That is tragic.
Oh, he didn't even get shot. He like stabs him with his claws. Here's when he's actually killing him. But I was like, bro. And Leomon was so cool. It was just crazy, dude. But Digimon got dark. Even the whole premise of, especially, I think it was season 2. It's like all about this one guy, Ken, and he's like the dictator almost of the world, and he's like enslaving a bunch of Digimon. He even has a whip, I feel like, at one point. And he like has these like little fucking black like choker things that he puts around Digimon to control them. It's kind of brutal thinking about it. I was
Yeah,
like,
that kind of stuff.
shouldn't be allowed.
That kind of stuff only had popped up in the Pokemon movies. Like there was that one, the guy that tried to capture Mewtwo in the Mewtwo movie, that had like the other like Pokemon enslaved and stuff.
Oh,
That might have been
yeah.
that might have been the Jirachi movie or like the
It was
Celebi movie.
it was a Celebi movie.
Yeah. And then the OG Mewtwo movie had like the primal like starters that were like all messed up and like yeah, there was like the dark stuff only came out in the movies. The actual show is like kids stuff. Didn't Digimon literally start with kids getting pulled into like the Digimon world and they got like trapped in there and like they couldn't go back home to their parents? Was it
Yeah.
like something
Yeah.
super traumatic like that right from the get go?
Yeah, it was like the whole first season they were trapped.
Yeah,
in
like
Digimon
they're
world.
literally like, yeah, you can't go back to see your mom ever again. By the way, this is a kids cartoon.
And then when they finally do get back, all the Digimon follow them and just start tearing shit up.
Yeah. Digimon was wild, bro. I fuck with it heavy though. Every now
Fuck
and
with
then
it
I'll like go
heavy.
back and rewatch certain parts of it.
Have you been watching any other anime recently?
I've been on my Bleach kick, Thousand Year Blood War, Part 3.
That's airing right now, right?
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
It is sick.
Yeah, like they went hard, especially for the animation and stuff. So I'm enjoying that quite a lot. I've watched like the first 3 episodes of Dandadan.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Me and Sean have been watching that.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Episode 1 was a little weird, but I got
Yeah, it
past
was.
that.
Yeah, it's episode 1 was awesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it was awesome. It was just a little odd at certain points. Uh, but I loved it. I liked the first few episodes that I did see so much. I just bought I've been getting into manga, depending on how fancy you are. I just bought today they
Like
had
you have to
the
hold your
first
pinky up when you
3.
say manga.
You do manga. They had the first 3 books of Dandadan at Barnes and Noble near my work, so I went ahead and picked those up. I'm also up to I have like 1 through 9 of Jujutsu, and then I have like the first 3 of Demon Slayer, and like the first 2 of Spy Family. Oh, and they released it's been out for a while in Japan, but they just did an English translation of there's like a Magic the Gathering based manga. It's like a slice of life, like romance manga. But the core of it is about like Magic the Gathering, like when it like first came out, like in its prime. Um, and that's really cutesy and actually really good. I hope they turn it into an anime eventually, but yeah, that's what I've been fucking with as far as like anime and manga.
Heard that my brain just died. Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I heard that Jujutsu Kaisen kind of falls off after like I just
Uh,
finished season 2. I've heard some very controversial takes on like the back half of Jujutsu Kaisen. Apparently,
yeah,
what they've animated is only like the first third of it, so there's like 2/3 and more of it to go,
yeah.
and it gets kind of crazy.
Based on
'Cause
where we're at right now and how much it's animating compared to like the books, I'd say we probably have 2 to 3 more seasons left, depending on how, like, drawn out they make some of the fights. Especially for the coming up, what's that arc called? It's like the Culling Games
yeah,
arc.
Culling Games, yeah.
Yeah. That arc can be depending on how they do it, that could be like 2 to 3 seasons. And
How
then
long
there's like
how long they wanna draw it out, how many fights they actually wanna show.
Yeah, because it encompasses like a few different regions, like in a bunch of different battles
Yeah,
happen in like the different sections.
like how in, like, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, they're, like, in Sendai, and then they're, like, in Tokyo, and then they're, like, in all, like what's the anime city that everyone likes to go to?
Like Shibuya.
Shibuya and, I can't remember the other name. There's another city that, like, always gets brought up in anime. It's where their sister school was at, because the main school is Tokyo School,
Oh,
where
and God, why can't I think of it?
I can't think of it either. I know the words, I just
Uh,
can't say them.
let me grab one.
It'll be interesting to see how they animate it though, because it could be like they could just go like with the core fights, or they could do it because like the way they
Kyoto.
serial Kyoto, yeah.
Kyoto.
The way they the way they kind of released the series on like the manga was it was like villain of the week stuff, and like they would just put a new fight in every week, or sometimes there would be one that was like 2 or 3 like weeks long and be like a really big fight. But I don't know how much they're actually going to animate. Are they going to animate every single fight, or are they just going to get the core ones done? Or they've changed a couple of things in the anime already to kind of make the show better than it is in the manga. So I'm hoping it sticks with it. The real
Yeah,
problem though is when you get to like season 3 of animes and stuff, animes are very expensive to make and take a long time. So if the mangas and like all like the merch isn't selling well, which I'm assuming it's going to because it's Jujutsu Kaisen, it's gotten as big as it has. But if it doesn't keep selling like it will, they won't even animate like to the same quality, or they'll change animation studios, or like we might get a season 3 that's like half the quality of season 2, but not get a season 4. Like anime is so expensive to make, and it's the industry itself is just very volatile.
it
It's
is. I
it's
feel like though with Jujutsu, that's one of those like,
horror series like Demon Slayer and like Attack
yeah,
on Titan.
I
It's like the
don't feel like
next
they
new
need to worry
shonen.
about it. Yeah,
I mean, look
if
at Bleach. Bleach took like 10 years off. We could get that for Jujutsu Kaisen.
they did, and it came back amazing. Like that new animation is amazing.
Was it
I
worth
would
the
love
wait?
it.
Was it
Yes,
worth waiting 10
absolutely,
years?
absolutely. Mainly because like how they ended Bleach the first time, it was like, okay, this seems like an appropriate end, I guess.
Yeah.
And then when they brought it back, it's like, oh sweet, y'all are gonna animate that arc. Cool, even better. So like it's a fair trade. Like if it would have not came back, I would have been okay. But the fact that it did, it's even better. But with Jujutsu, being that I've read now the whole manga, so I know how it ends. It's a really great show. It's not that it has a bad ending or anything. It just ends different than I wanted it to. But
Or
that's not.
what a lot of other people would have wanted to happen?
Yeah, but it's like watching one of those shows. Like with season 2, shit's gonna happen and you're not gonna be happy with it, especially with characters you like.
It's like Game
But
of Thrones. Like there's a list and your character could be on it like that.
yeah, it's that kind of thing. Like, yeah, it's not exactly how I wanted that to end, although I'm not gonna compare it to Game of Thrones because Game of Thrones, they just completely fucked that. I understand the dynamic of the show shouldn't probably have a happy ending, but it kind of did, but a stupid happy ending where half of it didn't make sense, and they're like, "Hey,
The
we're just gonna
characters
forget
just acted one
all
way
of
for
these
seven.
lines."
The characters acted one way for 7 seasons, and in the 8th season magically changed their entire philosophy.
Yes, when they did the table read and everybody was looking around at each other like, "What the fuck is this?" That's when I'm like, come on now." But it just ended differently than I was probably hoping in some ways, but in some ways it was like, okay, this fits for the type of show and tone. I feel like it's already established. So I mean, I don't really hate it or anything. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's how that ends.
I'm
Um,
glad you've read ahead and you can actually like comment on it, because I see people just fuming about it online all the time, and it's just like, yeah, I remember with AOT that happening, everyone talking about like how horrible the ending's gonna be, and I still haven't even seen the last couple movies for AOT, but I just know that like I don't know, it's definitely a very decisive way that they're gonna finish off the series probably.
yeah, I'm just happy, especially because people were spoiling stuff. So I was like, let me go ahead and read it. So I'm just glad I know what happens,
Just get it out
and
of the way so no
I
one can
don't
ruin it for
feel
you.
like it's like bad or anything. It's just I think it's more so everyone like you get so attached to like a show or a series and everything, and then once you get to the end of it, you're like, oh
That's it.
Yeah.
yeah, like you
Yeah, it
want
just crushes
more,
you.
but at the same time, I'm like, they could keep making more, but I'm still gonna want more either way. So I'm like, this is a fine ending. This makes
I
sense.
think that's where One Piece comes in, where people are just like, yeah, the show will never end. Yay. Not that I have any desire to watch One Piece, but I'm sure that kind of helps when you're watching it, all your favorite shows start ending, and you have this one show that's over 1,000 episodes and still airing 20 years
Yeah.
later.
Sometimes it's time to just let it
25
die.
years
Though.
later.
Like Boruto, I'm like, y'all probably could have just left it at Naruto.
I've heard some very some very negative things about Boruto, even from people that like Naruto and like grew up on it and stuff.
It's just so much like I hate to like just because I was like, oh, Jujutsu is good, but like they just changed so much like stuff, and then like the character designs just don't look cool. Like they gave us like they did like alternative future towards the end of Naruto. They did like this alternative future thing when people are stuck in this like dream state. In some of the futures that they gave and like character designs look so cool, and then I was thinking you were going to get some of that when they did the time skip and went to Boruto, and like the characters just look so lame in Boruto. So lame.
Yeah, and some of the animation quality, I've seen like clips of it. It's like it's pretty bad in some
Yeah.
episodes.
It's not great. And then story-wise, like some of the shit just don't make sense. Like
Wasn't the
there's
whole
a whole
point?
prison arc with like dinosaurs and shit, and that's where I got to in the Boruto show, and I was like, I'm just done at this point.
You
Like,
just
why is
that's
there
like that was the nail in
dinosaurs
the
in
coffin.
prison? Yeah, I was like, this just don't fucking make sense to me anymore.
I think the thing that like probably sucks the most about I've only seen a little bit of like Naruto Shippuden, but like the episodes I have seen were like really edgy. I feel like Boruto loses its whole edge that like Naruto like Shippuden had. That like people like made people like the show back in the day when it was airing, because it was like, oh my gosh, this isn't like anything else. This is like dark. And even though it really wasn't, it was like for its time, it was like, yeah, this is pretty unique. This is pretty dark. This is pretty gritty. And Boruto is just like not that at all.
It's not, and I don't even require a lot for like animes. Like, I just want like cool moments that give you chill bumps. Like, for example, to bring this around, especially for Thomas, because I know this is not his realm at all, but like Trunks from DBZ, whenever he popped up fucking for the first time, Future Trunks, and just like obliterated Frieza, that was cold as fuck. That gave me chill bumps. I just want like a few moments that kind of give me chill bumps and like, oh yeah, this is why I watch this show. Like, that's all I need, and I don't feel like those moments are there in Boruto at all. There was maybe like 2 so far that I've seen. One of them was in the first episode where it does a time skip, and you're like, oh fuck, this is like, it gives you like a preview of what's to come, like the future. And I'm like, oh, this looks cool as fuck. And then it like goes back and it's like, well, we're gonna take you back like a few years before that, and it's like, okay. And then it's just like a kid fest. I think my issue was Boruto, at least it seems, is marketed more towards a
Younger
younger
audience.
audience. Yeah. And I'm like, Naruto, especially Shippuden, was like more adult. Like, now the beginning of like base Naruto was like real kiddish, but I also feel like they were
Yeah.
trying to figure out what they wanted to do with the show. Because if you watch like the first like 8 or so episodes, it's just like random bullshit. But then once they get to the Zabuza arc, it starts getting like actually serious. And then like from there, it's just a solid show.
Yeah, and then once you get to
Minus
Shippuden, that's when it gets
some of the
really
filler, but
Shippuden's when it gets really edgy and like dark.
yeah, like they're starting to actually like kill people, like characters you like and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I've seen a couple clips of like Naruto, and some of the fights are pretty crazy. Like when they resurrected like Madara, or is it that's his name, right? Madara?
yes,
That fight was crazy.
yeah. Just in general, it's a really good show. But we can probably bring it back because I know that's pretty heavy on the anime and manga side of things. Um, have you guys? My wife shows me the craziest stuff sometimes, but she showed me this. It's like I guess it's like a lipstick palette, which never would have come across my feed, but it's by some girl. I don't know if she's a rapper or something, but her name's like Sexy Red. I think she was in a song, like a popular song recently.
Yeah, she's
I think
a
she does stuff too.
yeah.
But she has her own like lip gloss line, and it has like the craziest fucking names. Here, I'm gonna post a picture. These are the
Oh, I've
names
seen that before.
of it. And I'm
Booty
like,
hole brown.
why booty hole brown? My favorite is just nut. Just simply nut.
And gonorrhea.
Yellow discharge,
Booty
Is-
hole brown.
blue balls.
Is the nut one white?
I
Is it
don't
like white
know. I
lipstick?
wonder. Let me see if I can find the other side of it.
I wouldn't want to put any of these things next to my mouth.
You don't want a little coochie juice?
I don't want a little coochie juice on my lips. I'll pass. Is that
Just
one
imagine
called?
having to say that to somebody who asks you like what you're wearing.
What's on your lips?
Oh, it's
That-
booty
that-
hole brown by Sexy Red.
This one's just called gonorrhea. There's nothing creative about that.
I don't know. I think that's hella creative.
The punchline is just STD.
Oh,
That's
here's the
wild.
front of it. I don't. Hold on. Let me see if this one zooms in a little bit, so you can see which color is which. I think you might be able to kind of see this one. Hold on. Let me post it.
Oh,
Oh no, that's small as fuck. Damn.
where are you finding these pictures? What the fuck?
Bro, just Google Images. Remember when Google Images used to like actually provide like good images?
Yeah, the search engines are all weird now.
Yeah.
And like half this shit is not what I searched at all.
If you try to like search something, it gives you like 20 results that aren't what you're searching for. It's like they
Yeah, I'm
changed
like,
the algorithm.
fuck.
It's because people are stupid and put hashtags for things and things that don't need to be.
Yeah, I can't find it. I assume nut would be like a whitish clear color.
That makes me
Like
uncomfortable.
like a clear
That
gloss.
Ivory.
that makes me so uncomfortable.
Bro, what
It,
am I
it might be
listening
that
to?
white one right there.
What are we listening to?
It's a little bit of nut, bro.
Your wife actually physically owns this. This is in your house.
Oh no, she just thought it was hilarious.
Oh.
Bro, if we had it in the house, bro, I'd be rocking some of that booty hole brown right now.
Booty hole
go.
brown lipstick.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It looks like lip gloss, not lipstick.
It
Point
is
remains.
lip gloss. I'm sorry. Speaking of booty holes, somebody told me planes have booty holes, and I
They
can't
do.
unsee it now. I never focused on their booty holes though.
Gotta go somewhere.
What comes out of there? Exhaust?
I have no idea.
I assume jets though.
It's an
Like
F-35.
fighter, yeah, like the fighter jets, they look pretty loose butthole. I'm not gonna lie though.
But they can
Dude.
also be very tight butthole.
Jeremy, have you messed around with any of the new Microsoft Flight Simulator stuff?
No, I was watching Thomas some clips from him playing, and it looked pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, dude, it's so cool. Obviously, they've still got some like kinks to work out because it's not perfect, but like it's pretty freaking cool. It feels like you're actually there. Like we went like to like Florida and like California and like parts of Washington, and
Mhm.
it's crazy the scale that they actually like. Everything's like I feel like it's a 1-to-1 almost.
It
like,
is 1-to-1. It's literally the Earth.
What was that mountain you took us to in Washington?
Rainier.
Rainier. That thing
The
was
one I ran into.
huge. Yeah, the one that you had an
Oh, you
unfortunate.
ran into it?
Yeah, he had an unfortunate collision there.
Yeah. I
That
slowed
thing
down
is
too much.
the fact that that
The
thing is just.
F-18 doesn't like anything less than 600 knots.
Were you blinded by like 10 million fireflies?
No, you have to keep your speed in the F-18 or it doesn't like to function very well.
It's so loud.
That's
too.
weird because the FA-18 stall speed is like, I think it's like 210.
It's the E. I don't know if that matters.
Can you fly the what's the
It's not
jet?
really meant to slow down like that. It's not a fighter jet.
What's the jet that can hover?
The
That's
Can you fly one of
F-35.
those?
That's the one you posted a picture of. But you posted the B variant. That's not the A or C variant.
The VSOL capable.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the B-35 is not in Flight Simulator.
No, it will be though.
Oh, that'll be tight.
So
You
they're
can just kinda
continuing. They're
hover
going to
wherever
continue
you
to
want.
add. They're going to continue to add different like planes and models into the game.
Yeah, it just has like the ones that come with the base game right now. The marketplace hasn't come to the game yet. I think
Oh,
it
so
does like next year.
you're gonna be able to buy planes that you want to fly.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What was that place you took us to in Florida that was just like that whole strip of beach for tourists?
Oh, that was
Is that
Pensacola
Panama?
Beach.
Pensacola Beach.
Pensacola Beach. Okay. Some of the landscapes on there are really cool.
Ooh, I'm gonna get some work done this weekend. I'm gonna try and get our website up, you guys. So look forward to that.
Oh yeah.
Arcadechaos.com. Check it out.
More
Uh,
plain buttholes for you to look at on the website,
Yeah.
hopefully.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
we can start
horrifying.
like a thread, plain buttholes on there. Are
I'm
threads
gonna-
still a thing? Should we bring those back?
What?
Threads.
I mean, Reddit
That's-
still exists.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I was just about to say. probably
Technically, you can make a thread on Discord. Like nobody ever uses it, but you can.
Okay, join our Arcade Chaos public Discord. We'll have booty hole threads.
Jesus.
Well,
Plain booty hole threads.
I guess we can just about wrap it up. I guess we can wrap it up with this being our Thanksgiving episode. You guys thankful for anything? I know I am thankful for one, you boys, and two for all our viewers out there listening, or actually, I guess it's listeners listening, and our viewers that watch it on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.
Thankful for it not being a snowstorm this year like it was last year. It's the last thing I need after the hurricane just rolled through here.
I'm thankful that dinner didn't make me have to shit myself.
Yet.
The word.
Yet.
Yeah. There we go.
Keyword.
Anything from you, Logan?
I'm thankful for the boys.
Hell yeah.
Boys.
There are a lot of times where I look forward to fucking being able to just sit down and talk. We don't even have to play games. I can just fucking be here and kind of forget about some of the shit I have to deal with on a regular basis.
Oh
We're
yeah.
here for
thing I've
we're
heard.
here for the emotional decompression,
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Hell yeah. Let's go play a game or something, boys. Thank you everybody for listening to this episode of the podcast, episode 5. We made it over the hump. They say once you get past the first 4, it's kind of easy after that. So we shall see.
Definitely feels that way.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys follow us on all of our socials. Links will be at the bottom. Of course, as always, website coming soon. Eventually, I will get that up and running.
We got to try and bring back the Twitch live nights.
Yes.
Have people come play.
Yes,
Whatever.
I'm gonna try and get us on like a more regular schedule for things, but yeah, listen out. I'll probably post it on probably Spotify and YouTube whenever we are planning on doing our next live stream, but we do every now and then and here soon frequently. We do live streams on twitch.tv/ I think it's Arcade Chaos Pod on Twitch. Link should be in the description down below for our Twitch as well. And you can come hang out with us and play some games with us. We usually play like party games and things of that nature, like Jackbox. And also on our YouTube channel, we are doing like gaming videos and stuff. I have like 8 episodes recorded that I need to edit and put out, but I think the episode 1 for Trading Card Simulator is up. There's also a couple episodes that I know we've recorded of like Liar's Game and stuff like that that I need to also edit and put up, which I'll probably spend tomorrow a good chunk editing some stuff and getting stuff up for the channel and scheduled to come out. So look forward to that, you guys.
Lots
But,
to look forward to.
Yeah.
Peace out. Happy holidays,
Later, everybody.
fools.
Take it easy.
Deep fry your frozen turkeys.